What's up, everybody? It's the Georgia Bulldog Will here, and I'm here to make the video that pretty much a lot of you have been waiting for. It is my 2022 Georgia Bulldogs football schedule preview and prediction video. Yeah, it's been a while. I didn't make one last year, but I'm making it this year. So let's just recap. Let's recap last year. Holy crap! What a season! I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better season last year. I couldn't have, honestly. I couldn't have asked for a better season. So it was a dream come true, is what it was, and it was one of the most amazing moments of my life, and I enjoyed it. We got this. Well, we'll see. We won the East again. We did not win the SEC. Alabama beat us. We beat Michigan in the Orange Bowl to go to the national championship, and then we beat our demons. Demons be gone. We defeated Alabama in the national championship to win our third national championship in franchise history, along with the 1942 and 1980. So now we got this year. I was so happy. But you know what? It's a new season. It's the new season. It's the new Georgia Bulldogs. Well, some may not be new, but you know what I mean. New players, maybe a few some new coaches. You know, great recruit, great commitments. Very happy with who we got. But now I'm talking about who are we playing this year. Well, here you go. This is who we're playing. Week 1 versus Oregon at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So that's a neutral site game. Week 2 at home against Samford. Week 3 on the road against South Carolina. Week 4 at home against Kent State. Week 5 on the road against Missouri. Week 6 at home against Auburn. Week 7 at home against Vanderbilt. Week 8 is the bye week. Week 9 versus Florida in Jacksonville. Week 10 at home against Tennessee. Rivalry game there. Week 11 on the road against Mississippi State. Week 12 on the road against Kentucky. And then we close out the season, week 13 at home against Georgia Tech. So let's get right into it. Week 1 versus Oregon at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which is literally next Saturday. Let's see. Our former defensive coordinator, Dan Lanning, is now the head coach of Oregon. He signed a 6-year contract with them. Be there for quite some time. He replacing Mario Cristobal, who is now the head coach of Miami. Dan Lanning, he knows how our system works because he coached for us. He coached with us from 2018 until the end of until after last season. Okay, that's when he started. That's when he took the head coaching job at Oregon. And guess what? That's who we're playing week 1. Very excited. I'm so excited for this game. Honestly, Georgia, we honestly could pretty much, I think we could take our starters out in the fourth quarter. We could take some of our starters out in the fourth quarter. I'm not saying Oregon can't keep it close. They can, but I think Georgia should take care of business. They shouldn't really have any issues. I think they'll take care of business easily, so they'll be fine. Week 1 versus Oregon, that's a win. Georgia's 1-0. Week 2 at home against Samford, the team that almost beat Florida last year, but I'm not talking about Florida right now. Samford, that's a game where we can really get some of our other plays. We could put in like 3 or 4. We could play like 3 or 4 different quarterbacks maybe. Maybe replace some. We'll probably replace some of our starters. Put some of the guys that aren't usually on the field like later on in the game, and we should easily take care of business at home against Samford. So that's a win. Georgia's 2-0. Week 3 on the road against South Carolina. South Carolina, they got a solid quarterback, a solid head coach, but I think we should be okay. Maybe they could keep it close. I'm not doubting South Carolina at all, but I'm thinking they could keep it close. I'm just saying. Maybe they'll keep it close, but I think in the end, Georgia will come out on top. Georgia will be 3-0 after that game. Week 4 at home against Kent State. So now here's another one of our games where we can take starters out, put some of the guys that aren't usually on the field later on in the game, probably like starting in the second half. Switch the quarterbacks around, maybe play. I'd like to see Gunnar Stockton. I would love to see Gunnar Stockton play in that game. I hope he plays. I want Gunnar Stockton to play in that game. If he doesn't, then there's a problem. He's got to play in that game. Seriously. So week 4 at home against Kent State. That's a win. Georgia's 4-0. Week 5 on the road against Missouri. Took care of them easily last year and 2020. I think that will continue because, Missouri, Missouri's just above Vanderbilt in the East. Like, they're always just better than Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt has close games against Missouri sometimes. Like, Vanderbilt almost beats Missouri sometimes. So, if that's the case, then they shouldn't really be playing Georgia. They're not really going to be playing Georgia close. So, yeah, we'll take care of business against Missouri. Georgia will be 5-0. Week 6, the Deep South rivalry against Auburn at home. Looking to make it 5 straight against the Auburn Tigers. And that will happen. We will take care of Auburn again. We will beat them again for the 5th straight time. Auburn, if I'm correct, I don't think Auburn has beaten Georgia in Athens since like 2005. I think that was the last time they beat us in Athens. If I'm correct. I think that's right. So Georgia's now 6-0. Week 7 versus Vanderbilt. We beat them 62-0 last year. I don't think it's gonna be 62-0. Maybe they could put up a field goal and a touchdown, maybe a little bit more, maybe 10 or 17. I don't know. I'm not making score predictions. But we should take care of business. Maybe that could be another game where we take starters out and play guys that aren't usually getting playing time, and maybe switch around some of the quarterbacks. I would expect that, especially against Vanderbilt. We should. So we enter the bye week with a record of 7-0. So yeah, week 8 is our bye week. Get everybody rested. Keep them in good condition, in good shape, and then get ready to play Florida in Jacksonville. We beat them last year, 34-7. We kind of struggled at first, but then we just killed it. I'm gonna be honest. I know I shouldn't really be saying this, but here's my honesty about last year's game against Florida. If JT was playing in that game, we would have scored much more than 34. Period. But you know what? In the end, we won the game. That's what matters. But we struggled. But then Nakobe Dean got that pick 6. That was pretty cool. I love that. So yeah, I think we'll see more of that again. More of that again this year against Florida. So yeah, in the annual matchup in Jacksonville, Georgia will beat Florida. Georgia will be 8-0 after that game. Week 10 versus Tennessee, another rivalry game. Okay, now here's where it gets serious, okay? Tennessee is going to be a good team this year. I expect them, either them or maybe Kentucky. It's going to be between them and Kentucky who will finish second in the East, in the SEC East, because you know Georgia's going to lock the #1 spot. Then it's just a battle of who will get second and who will get third. Will it be Tennessee second, Kentucky third, or will it be Kentucky second, Tennessee third? We don't know, but it's going to be a battle between those two teams of who gets second and who gets third. But in this game, honestly, Tennessee, they just have to make sure they stay healthy for this game, because if they lose some key players, that could really mess them up, because they don't really have any depth. They don't have like a bunch of like, I'm not saying that that the backup players aren't talented. I'd say they are pretty talented, but they're not up to like, they gotta know what's expected out of them if a key player goes down. And I'm not saying they don't, but I just think, you know, they don't have depth. They don't really have the backup players that are like up to the level of where the starters are. So that's why the backups aren't really going to be on the field much of the time, except for the blowout games. Like, you know, pretty much any team. When an SEC team blows out a like a cupcake team, that's when you could put in the backups. But in a game against Georgia, you need your players to stay healthy, and I hope they do, because I don't want it to be a blowout. I want a close game, and I also hate it when players get injured. So that's why they got to stay healthy. But in the end, Georgia should win this game. We should. Maybe it'll be a close one if they stay healthy. It could be a close game. But I think in the end, Georgia will take care of business. So, 9-0. Week 11 at Mississippi State. Mike Leach. I know the whole thing with the cowbells, and it's like very loud and obnoxious, and it might distract players, but I think Georgia should handle them fine. I don't think we really have much to worry about in that game, because pretty much by then we've already won the East, so we should be good to go. Everything should be fine, pretty much. We'll be fine. We will take care of business against Mike Leach and Mississippi State. So 10-0 now. Week 12 at Kentucky. Now this could be a close game as well. I think honestly this could be a close game as well. Maybe Kentucky will play us close again. I just think they're a talented team, and two, it's their home field, and you know they'll have their fans backing them up. But at the same time, you'll see quite a few red shirts in there too. So I think it just depends on if there will be more Georgia fans or more Kentucky fans at that game, and it could be more Kentucky fans or more Georgia fans. We'll see. But regardless of that, I think it could either be like we take care of business against Kentucky, or we have a very close or it's a close battle between Georgia and Kentucky. But regardless of what it is, we will come out on top against Kentucky. So yeah, 11-0. The final game of the season. Clean old-fashioned hate. Team that hasn't beaten us at their home stadium since 1999, aka the year which was the last time the Atlanta Braves went to the World Series before last year. Georgia Tech. Sorry, Sea-Dog and Christopher McDavitt, but I don't think it's gonna be. You guys are gonna win this one this year, so sorry. Yeah, it'll be a same old. Georgia comes out on top as usual. Yeah. So there you have it. Georgia wins that game. 12-0 on the regular season. Maybe we lose one game. We should have a few close games in there. I just don't. We don't know yet. I'm just making a prediction. Hold on. Sorry. what I was saying is just, I'm just making my predictions. That's all it is. It's not what actually will happen. For all you know, maybe we lose one or two games. Maybe we have more close games than we should. You know, you never know. Anything's possible. It's college football. A lot of crazy stuff happens. So yeah, there you go. That's my prediction for this year's for the 2022 Georgia Bulldogs football season. I'm so excited. Week 1 against Oregon is literally a week away. I'm so excited. Cannot wait. Let's go. I'll see y'all later, and go Dogs.